Hi everyone, my name is Eveline Cosplay and today I would like to show you how I turn myself into Bart the Bowman from The Hobbit. I'm gonna start with a makeup base coat. It looks like some sort of foundation, but I think you call this like stage makeup or something. You just put a little bit of water on your sponge and then put it on your face. And as you can see, my hair is very pretty right now, but that's because I don't really have a wig cap, so I just use this thing to get my hair tied onto my head. When you put the base on, make sure you get every spot, so the corner of your eyes, your nostrils, also your lips, because men don't really have very bright pink lips. Also don't forget your ears. This is a very light color. I chose this color because my own skin tone is very light. Well, apart from the back, because my back is burned. I have a very bad sunburn because I stayed out too long in the sun today. Yep, that wasn't very smart, but yeah, it happened. Now I have to live with the consequences. I did this base coat before I put the wig on because I wanted it to be like everywhere, so also very close to my hair. But in a few moments you can see that that wasn't a very smart idea. I'll show you later. Alright, so that's the wig. I have this tiny baby hair on the side of my face, which is always in the way. I think next time maybe I'm gonna like use some hairspray, make sure it stays down. Yes, very pretty. Alright, bobby pins. It's very important to secure the wig. I found out that I'd like to have some bobby pins on the back of my head and some behind my ears, because that's where it's gonna move the most. This wig cost me 10 bucks, believe it or not, but I did a few adaptations to make it look more natural. I made a new hairline, as you can see, just by gluing some hair on top of a part I cut from my tights. And I'm gonna try and glue this onto my head. And that's why it wasn't very smart to put the makeup on first, because then the glue won't stick very well. Right, that's it. This is the glue I used. It's a special facial glue, makeup glue, I don't know how you call this. Here I'm trying to remove some of the makeup. I look more like a vampire now with a very white face and black hair. Very pretty. Just get some glue and you put it on there, put a little bit on your hair and a little bit on the hairline. Then press it on your skin and hold hold it there for a little moment. It takes a while, as you can see. Just be patient, it's gonna work out eventually. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to laugh at my own face, but yeah, I find that funny. You see, when you move your eyebrows, your forehead's gonna move too, so if I do that, I can feel if the wig stays in place or not. But it just looks a little weird, I'm sorry. Lovely red back you got there, and very bright red shoulders. Also remember, try not to glue your hair down, your own hair, because the glue is very hard to get off. And you can buy special liquid to get the glue off your face, and if the glue gets on your hair, just rub that stuff over it and you'll get it out, but it's really hard to get out, so please be careful, don't glue your own hair. Right, that's the reference pic I used. Here we go, onto the makeup. I use this nude eyeshadow palette, and I think it's a eyeshadow brush. I mean, I'm not a makeup princess, so I have no idea what I'm doing here. But it works out fine for me, so... And that very tiny brush. It has a sharp point, so you can make some creases and wrinkles. I also used it for my eyebrows, but I'll show you later. Because first I'm gonna start by trying out some colors on my hand to see which color I'm gonna use. It's very cheap makeup though, so it's not very well pigmented, but it looks fine, so I'm okay with it. Right, trying to figure out which colors I'm gonna use. I decided to use those three colors, maybe that one too, that one, that one, that one, and that one, so the upper ones. First I'm gonna start off by doing some shadowing on my whole face. I use a slightly darker color than my base coat. And then just dab it on and blend as hell, because you want it to make it look as natural as possible. And I think maybe next time I'm gonna make my face a little darker or a little more orange, because this is way too white. Make sure to darken up your temples. Also put it from the outer corner of your eye to the outer corner of your eyebrow, so your brow bone will look a little bigger. And just look at the picture. I'm really trying to make the same shadows I see on his face. His jawbone is very high, very close to his eyes, just so you've got to make sure that you put yours a little higher too, by putting some shading, like not underneath your own cheekbone but a little higher up, so on your cheekbone. And just darken up your whole cheek to accentuate that. That's where I put the shadow. If you want to make your face look more angular and make your jawline more prominent, you have to contour that and accentuate it by darkening it up. That's what I learned from YouTube videos. Dark temples are very important, and make sure your eyebrows are very prominent too, so that they stand out. Just blend, blend, blend. I've seen other girls using different kinds of brushes, but as I told you before, I'm not a makeup princess, so I don't really know which brush to use, so I just use this one. And it works fine, really. Darken up the corner of your eyes. This also makes the brow bone stand out a little more. And check if you get it right. His eyes are also a little bit more saggy than mine, so darken up the bags under your eyes to make it look like you haven't slept in 5 days. And it also makes me look a little older. Now I'm gonna use the smaller brush. If you put the shadow a little over the tip of your nose, it's gonna help it make it look more flat. His nose is very flat, but if you just follow his own shadows, you'll be able to make your own nose a little more flat, because mine is very long. Onto a smaller brush and a dark color. Darken up the corner of your eyes. Darken up the shadows of your nose. This is really your own personal preference, but I prefer a little more, dramatic. So I like to darken up the shadows I made. I also have to darken up my eyelids because my eyes are too wide. These are a little more narrow. So if you darken up your eyelids, it's gonna appear a little more narrow. Here I'm trying to outline where the hairs of my mustache and beard are going to be. Darken up the cheekbones. And try to blend everything as best as you can. Here I'm darkening up my eyebrows. He has these wrinkles right there, so I'm trying to put them on my face too and blend them in to make him appear more natural. And here I'm accentuating my Adam's apple, I don't know how you call it in English, because they are very prominent in men. And here I have the tiny pointy brush. I'm trying to make my lips a little more pink because I figured out that his lips are bright pink. So next time, no base makeup on the lips. Now the darkest color. add some more hairs on your own eyebrows. And I think next time I'm gonna use my mascara to make them more black, because this was too bright, I figured out. It wasn't dark enough. And because he has black hair and the black moustache and beard, I think black eyebrows will match better. Right, not too crazy eyelashes. Alright, that's it for part 1. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to see how I apply the beard and the moustache, you can go to part 2. Please like and subscribe, and see you next time.